Hello everyone and welcome back to another custom diecast review. Today we are reviewing a fantasy paint scheme from Busch. This is his normal Monster Energy scheme, but except for green, it's pink. Now I've already made a white and black one. The primary color was white instead of black, and then like the pink would have been black on this one. Actually, I have it right over here. Link in the description if you want to go check that out if I can remember. But there's this one I had for review, or I already reviewed on the channel, and of course there's that one right there. Now I will be making a blue version of this after, I don't know, just whenever I get some more customs done, because I'm working on some for like trade right now. So after those are done, and I get some spare Camaros, I will make the blue one, and after Season 3 of the Little Wrangler Cup Series, the white one that you just saw, this pink and black one, and the pink and blue, or not pink and blue, but the black and blue one, I'll probably have it up for sale after around like December or so. Maybe January. Actually, it might be this year, honestly. It just depends on what races they ran and if they're retired. The reason I'm like getting rid of them after I use them is because of the course of the 2020 molds. Now, I may or may not scrap them and kind of reuse them, but I don't think I will scrap them just to see how they do. So this template was made by me. I edited the Monster Energy logo to pink, which actually took a long time because my editor isn't like, oh, you click this color and make it a transparent thing. No, you have to manually go around all of the edges, all of the curves, and cut it out yourself. So it took a pretty good amount of time to get the number 1 and the Monster Energy logo. Wait. No, I'm wrong. I only did the number 1. I did the 1. I didn't do the Monster logo because that was already an image, so I didn't have... so on the blue one, I didn't do it. So I think the only one I really edited was the number 1. So, yeah, I mean, it still took a while because I had to do this one and then color, then cut the back out once again. So, yeah, you had to, so that pink I had to cut out manually, and then the outside had to cut out manually, and then match it to a black, and then kind of stick it to the car. So, yeah, it took a lot longer than I would hope it would have. But, I mean, hey, I got it done. It doesn't look too bad, but I did try a different method. Now, before, of course, I had the paper, right? I had the paper or not decals, but I had the paper customs, and I cut out just the images and then slapped them on there and stuff, right? And, you know, it didn't look too great, but it didn't look bad either. Then I ended up switching to decal paper, and then I did the same thing here. I just cut it out and kind of slapped it on there. But then with the 2020, I did a review on, also link to that down in the description. I just did a full template. I made that template too, and it was just full on, slapped it on there. I didn't do any cutouts of the one or anything. It was a full on wrap, and I think these are better in my opinion, but I don't know, it doesn't feel as smooth as like having a full on decal on there. Which, I mean, at the same time, it doesn't really matter because you can catch these on track for the Little Wrangler Cup Series, Season 3. Of course, the 2020 will be Season 4. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter the look to me as long as it's not super horrible, which, I mean, my decals are not great whatsoever. Don't get me wrong, they're not really good. So the thing I'm only really worried about is the color matching, because black is hard to match with a black decal, or white is hard to match with white paper. But if you do the clear paper, or not the clear paper, what in the world? The clear decal sheets, those work fantastic, but they're a little bit of a pain to kind of stay on. But I mean, hey, they'll work a lot better than paper, and this works a lot better than just black paper on black paint, because this is actually painted. This is not decaled. Of course, the graphics and stuff are decaled, but the actual base paint of the car is spray paint. It's not a decal, so that was actually painted. And another thing with my decals in the printer, on the 2020 for the review I did on the 2020 Monster, the normal one, the black and green one, you can see like a lot of little lines and stuff in the decals, but when you're like a foot away from it, it doesn't seem like that at all. So it doesn't really matter to me. But again, what only matters really is just the color between the decals and the actual like color of the car, just depending on what the decals are or what the color is, etc. But I mean, personally, I don't think this one's really that bad at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Right here on the hood, we have the pink Monster. Now, as you can see, it looks awful, right? It looks awful up close, but when you kind of get it further away, it doesn't really look as bad. But when you're right up on it, especially with these cameras, it doesn't really look good. We got the Monster Energy banner there, because this is 2019 based, even though it's fantasy. I got the number 1 up here. I could have done a little bit better with the cutting outline, but I mean, Monster Energy there. I think it's a little crooked, but maybe not too much. I had to do a black outline because if you do customs, I know that energy, it's hardly even readable. But if you do customs and you do the decal sheets like I do, the water slide, you know that there is a white little trim around the like the colored ones, like the white decal sheets. So I had to take a marker, a very fine Sharpie pen, and just kind of go around it. Same thing for here on the deck lid. Got Monster Energy. Did the same tactic there. Right here on the back, this was a full wrap. You can kind of tell what I'm talking about with the quality and stuff. But yeah, on the back part, it doesn't look good at all up close. But when you're a little bit farther away, you can't really tell a difference. Got Monster Energy right there. You got the pink. You got the B post that you can't really read. I can only see is Mac Tools. It knocks out the. I think that's all I can see. And you got the skirt here. I did actually cut the skirt in half, and then well, not the skirt in half, but I kind of cut where it folded, and then I kind of just pushed it in to make it more legitimate than other than it just covering like I normally do. Got the Monster Energy logo there. It looks awful, but I mean, again, from far away, you can't really tell it anyway. NASCAR race car, got the Goodyear, also looks awful, but I mean, hey, once again, it's going to be on track, so it doesn't really matter. I painted the little silver axles, I guess you could call them, holding the wheels in on the diecast. I need to redo those, but I painted that black with just marker. Well, not painted, I markered it, sharpied it, I guess you could say, so it looks a little bit better. And of course, you got the front here. Headlights are terrible to do. I could have pushed this up a little bit to make it better. And then the front here, that's a full wrap. That doesn't really look good either. We got the pink splitter right there as well. So, yeah, I got a lot of these coming out. I plan to bring these back for 2020 or for just Season 4 of the Cup Series or the Little Wrangler Cup Series. You got to specify that now. So my stop motion series, the Little Wrangler Cup Series, should be... these schemes should be coming back for the next season, which will be Season 4. Hopefully we can get Diecast Buffet back on board for Season 4 for a commentator, because as of right now, he's doing fantastic in Season 3. So hopefully we can kind of work something out. But again, like I said, I plan to do these. I plan to put these up for sale. Again, I made these templates, so this is all my work. This is not like someone, from some other template maker, like one of the bigger guys. So yeah, this is all me. Might I add, there is only one of each that I'm going to sell. Only one. There's one pink, one black and white, one black and blue. Well, just blue, I guess. And then I might sell the normal one. I don't know if I'll sell that as the normal monster or the playoff monster. But at the same time, the normal monsters are only good because I use paper instead of the decals. But I mean, who knows? I might make both if I get bored and feel like it. But I mean, hey, all those four will be for sale, whether the one's playoff or not. I don't think it will be playoff. I don't plan to make it playoff, but I mean, you never know. Oh, Kurt kind of got off the screen there. But another thing with these, okay, so a bad thing about doing all these Kurt reviews, they're all fantasy but one. Well, one paint scheme. So, I have to find different images of Kurt to make a PNG for these thumbnails. And I might even have to edit some to make it like, I don't know, a pink logo or something. I don't know. I'll just have to kind of figure that out. But I mean, hey, gives me an opportunity to kind of work on some editing skills as well. So, I mean, you never know. That might happen. That might not happen. I'm not really too sure. But I mean, yeah, again, this will be for sale here soon. I don't know how soon, but after it will, after it's retired, I'll throw it up there on eBay or something. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, it's not going to be expensive. I mean, it's not really anything worth being expensive. You know, it's fantasy. It's not really good quality. So I mean, you know, it'll be a little bit downer. Well, lower in price compared to like top shelf diecast when they used to sell like $25 freaking customs. That is a no-no. I'm not going to do that for a custom. I don't think they're even close to being that good. So I mean, there's no way. I mean, I don't know if mine would be half that. Like, I don't think it's a good custom, but surprisingly, a lot of people like them. But, I mean, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and go ahead and end this video here. So, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Well, not once again, I didn't say it, but I think I said that because I normally say that in the outro anyway. But, never mind, scratch that. Thank you all so much for watching this Diecast review. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.